What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna start a new series called Anime Talk. Pretty much I'm just talk about, of course, anime. So I'm gonna start off by talking about when did I first get into anime? When did I get introduced to it? My reactions of it and everything. So grab some popcorn, kick back, relax, because it's gonna be maybe a long video, or maybe a short video, maybe a medium. Sorry about that, or maybe a medium-sized video. Don't know. We'll find out long as the story progresses. Alright, so I started watching anime when I was in elementary school. Trying to think the exact age. Maybe I would probably like sorry, I was probably like maybe around 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, around that age, elementary age, around those ages. And at first I didn't even know it was anime. I just thought it was a regular cartoon. It started with Toonami. I believe Toonami came on after as soon as we got home from school. I think it came on like 3 or 4 o'clock. Toonami would come on. It was the first time I saw these cartoons, and of course I used to watch regular cartoons like Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Elmer Fudd, all the Tiny Toons, and all that stuff from back in the day. Tasmanian Devil, all the good stuff. Then I was kind of getting tired of regular cartoons, and then Lord behold, Toonami comes around and they show the previews. I might get some of these names wrong of the cartoons, animes that they showed, so please forgive me if I do. I think the one preview they showed was like Yu Yu Hakusho. Like I said, I might be saying it wrong. Sailor Moon, and of course Dragon Ball Z. And then I believe Pokemon came on there as well. I'm not sure. But on the animes I used to watch, I'm gonna name real quick that I fell in love with. Then we went back to the Toonami. Sorry, I'm be jumping back and forth here. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, of course Pokemon, Zoids. Even though Zoids came on, Zoids came later on. What else they had? Gundam. I don't know how I miss Gundam. And Cowboy Bebop. Even though that came on later as well, I didn't really get a chance to watch that until later. But yeah, that's all the ones I can really think of so far. But yeah, Toonami came on, and yeah, I loved Sailor Moon. I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. Loved all the animes that came on, but the one that really caught my eye was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z came on. I didn't see Dragon Ball at first. I didn't even know what Dragon Ball was. I'm talking about the original Dragon Ball before Z. I started with Dragon Ball Z, and then I will sit there and watch it, and every single day, and every time it came on. And of course we got the famous next time on Dragon Ball Z. That was kind of annoying, especially when they start power up and the fight's ready to get going, and you waited so long for this fight to build up, then you get the next time on Dragon Ball Z. That was the most annoying thing ever, but I couldn't wait till the next day to watch it. I will rush home. I will get off the bus, rush home, turn the TV on, and sit down and just wait for it to come on. The Toonami would come on, then they would go through it last time on Dragon Balls, and then watch it. Oh man, Then, like I said, it got annoying because some of the fights got like dragged out, and then you just next time on Dragon Ball, and you have to wait. But me as a kid, I didn't mind. I wasn't impatient. I was just, oh man, I can't wait till tomorrow. I really can't wait till tomorrow. And I would skip homework, everything, man. I would do my homework later on, wasn't worrying about it. Then time went on, watched the whole entire series eventually. And then, of course, when I start, middle school and high school, when we start getting more open into the internet and research and everything, because we didn't have like internet and stuff like when I was growing up back in the 90s. We had dial-up, and then when we did have it, I wasn't doing research on anime or anything like that, or the cartoons, nothing. No one doing no research on none of that stuff. I know they had a few games on like Cartoon Network that we would like play in school, because school had a good internet. At home we had like dial-up, and you didn't want to really play any games on there because it sucked. It sucked big time. But yeah, I will sit there, and then when I started doing my research on like Dragon Ball Z, then I found out there was a Dragon Ball before the Z, and I started watching that to get caught up on back and forth. Then I'm sorry, I gotta think, I'm going down memory lane here. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and I watched Dragon Ball, most of it. I didn't watch it all. For some reason Dragon Ball didn't really capture me like Dragon Ball Z, but I felt that it was my duty to get through it. So watch that. Then of course, I had Z. And then when I started doing research on Dragon Ball Z, like I started saying, I come to find out, it was created in Japan, and it was called anime, and I didn't realize, we didn't get it until after. Everything we were seeing from Toonami, Japan already had for years. Already had it for years. It was already caught up on the series, and we didn't get it until later. And I didn't know that. To me, it was new. Well, to everyone in the U.S. who actually watched it, that watched it from Toonami anyway, we didn't know, because there were some people who read mangas and stuff. That stuff wasn't really big. It wasn't that big as it is now. And growing up, I fell in love with Dragon Ball Z. It was a great cartoon, especially the fighting and everything. It taught me a lot of life lessons and everything. It was just wonderful. Then after that, I started watching the movies, and then when you watch the movies, you try to connect the movies to the show, and then come to find out like things don't like add up at all. Then the more you start thinking about it, the more it hurts your brain trying to figure it out, because the movies are not canon, but you try to, in your mind, you want them to be connected, so you try to figure out ways how it could be. Then it got to a point where it was just ridiculous. So it was just like, no, there's no point even trying to figure out if somehow they became connected. So it was no point trying to figure that out, because it got you like nowhere. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will see this video and they will understand. It literally got you like nowhere thinking about it. But as time progressed, time went on, I got introduced to more anime or cartoons, as some people like to call it. But I like to call it anime, call it what it is, because it came from Japan, and they call it anime. To them, it's not cartoons. So I got introduced to Pokemon, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh, which I fell in love with Yu-Gi-Oh too, man. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh was my stuff when I became like 11 and 12. As soon as I hit middle school, and people were selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was like, yo, what is that? And then I watched a show and everything. I was like, oh, I want these cards. I was getting ripped off a lot because I didn't really know the pricing and value of certain cards and anything. I didn't have a deck, so I just had a few dollars, and I was like, yo, I want try to get me a deck. I want to be like everyone else. Everybody else had the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They had the big booklets, and I paid like $5 for like 3 cards that like sucked, but I was happy. It was, to me, it was like gold, because it was my first time ever getting anything, so it was like gold to me. And after Yu-Gi-Oh, trying to think of what else. Of course, they have like Yu-Gi-Oh GX years later, Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. I stopped at 5Ds because I enjoyed GX, I enjoyed 5Ds. The other one, I don't remember the name is. I think it starts with a Z or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know at all what it's called. But back to Dragon Ball Z. I watch Z constantly. Of course, the Frieza saga, of course, is my favorite. That's the Saiyan saga, or Frieza saga, or Namek saga, whatever you want to call it. I enjoyed that. That was like my favorite part of it. And then watching it, then when we got introduced to Trunks, Trunks immediately became like my favorite character. Goku was somewhat like my favorite character, like at first, until like Vegeta came along, and then I didn't really like Vegeta because like the way he was at first, and then the more they go like into his story, I understand him, I can more relate to him than anything, and so Vegeta became like one of my favorites. Then Trunks became like my super favorite once he got introduced. Everyone fell in love with Trunks, of course. Well, not everyone. Some people didn't like him, but I did. I fell in love with Trunks. They come to find out, Trunks is, Vegeta's son, and it only made sense to me. I fell in love with Vegeta, fell in love with Trunks. It made perfect sense. Perfect sense at all. Let's see, what else? Then GT, Dragon Ball GT, came out. I enjoyed some of that. And GT was only American made, I believe. I believe it was only American made. If I don't think they ever made GT in Japan at all. But I enjoyed some of it. The concept was okay. I wish some of the fights dragged out a little bit longer. Some of the character development were good. Some of the characters we got introduced to were great. Like one of my favorite characters was Super 17, and that fight literally didn't last that long at all. Maybe 5 minutes. Super 17 only lasts for, and it was a good build up, and then he got trashed. It's a great concept. I love this look. Super 17 was dope. I don't care what anyone says. Super 17 was one of my favorites. Even now, 17 is my favorite in general, but Super 17 was one of my favorites. And then let's see what else. A lot of people like Baby. I really didn't like the Baby thing. I enjoyed Goku becoming Super Saiyan 4 for the first time. I enjoyed that, but the whole entire Baby thing I really didn't care for. Super Saiyan 4 was pretty cool. It was a cool look. I enjoyed that about the show. Then after that, the whole Shenron thing, not Shenron the Dragon, Omega Shenron, and stuff like that. That was I don't know, man. It just fell off for me. It fell off for me. But enough with the Dragon Ball Z, and it's just more anime talk, like I said. Okay, years goes on. When I started getting older, I still, of course, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I started watching reruns of Yu-Gi-Oh! Started watching Pokemon, more and more Pokemon. A lot of the reruns. There wasn't really nothing new really dropping like that. And plus, there was a lot of stuff I did not know about at all. Like Ghost in the Shell. I never knew about the movie until I actually seen it. And it was a lot of anime I didn't get really introduced into until I got older, until I got to an adult. That's when I got introduced to a lot more anime for some reason. I don't know why it didn't grasp me as a kid. Maybe because I was a big wrestling fan. I was really into wrestling and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If it wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh or wrestling, I really didn't care. Or anything with Dragon Ball Z, I really didn't care. So that was the only ones I really cared about, because that's the only ones I kind of only knew about. But as time progressed, as I got older, then we had anime. I stopped watching anime for a while. For a while, I kind of gave up on it, because to me there was nothing good out there, and that was my stupidness because I didn't do my research. until I started working at Sears. And my buddy, I'm just gonna say Jay for the purpose of this video. I'm not gonna say his name. My buddy Jay, well, he was a huge anime fan, and it was like my first time running into someone who really enjoyed anime as much as I did. And it he kind of helped me rekindle that flame, to get that spark back for anime. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be into anime again like I am now. Like I started watching so much other stuff and started getting into so much other stuff. Might be old to y'all, new to me, so it don't matter. But if it was for him, I probably would never even got back into it. And we clicked immediately. We clicked immediately because anime talk, and we huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. So we got into that. He introduced me into Dragon Ball Super. I didn't want to watch Super when I heard of it. I thought it was gonna be garbage. Plus, I wanted to wait for the dub to come out. And because I didn't know anything about subs, I mean, I knew it was out there, but I really didn't care for it until I watched, Dragon Ball Super, sub, because I wanted to be caught up. So I binged Dragon Ball Super, and I caught up in like a week or so. And I waited for every episode to come out. I was already about a year or so behind, but once I go ahead and I watched it, caught up, I started watching the subs. Dub was way behind. I was like, no, I'm not waiting. I want to watch it. Then sub is a lot better. The sub is a lot better. It's a lot more emotional than anything. I feel the emotions, and they seem like they put more into it than to sub. They seem like they put more heart and energy into it than dub. So started watching Dragon Ball Super. I found out about Death Note. Watched that. Fell in love with it immediately. Loved Death Note. He also introduced me to My Hero Academia, which I really didn't. I didn't really care for at first either way, just hearing about it. But once you sit down and start watching it, it really caught me. It grasped me in. And once you get an anime that grabs you on the first episode or the first few minutes, you know it's gonna be good. Some of them is not good. Some of them will grab you in the first few minutes and then will lose its edge. So not all, but some of them. And then Overlord was another one he introduced me to. Fell in love with that one. Right now I'm watching Hunter x Hunter, which is another one I kind of enjoy right now. I fell in love with that watching it. He also introduced me to High School D&D. I never knew about High School D&D until of course Jay told me about it, and he showed me a clip. I was like, alright, I'm gonna watch it, and I fell in love with that. And there was a mini series that came out that I found about. It was called something, The Master of Killing Time. That I fell in love with. Even though it was a short series, and my buddy Jay will laugh at me for me to watching it because it was stupid. It was just someone in a classroom, and he would do all the stuff just to kill time for watching class. To kill time in class, and it was great. I really enjoyed that. I'm really not going to try to have this video go super long. So let's see. I'm trying to see what else. I don't know. Anime movies. There were certain ones I really didn't catch up on. There was a lot of anime I didn't talk about. Seven Deadly Sins, was another one I fell in love with. I can't think of the name right now. It's like in my head I can see it, but I can't think of the name. Fate Zero. Fate Zero was another good one. Sword Art Online is another good one. These are all great animes. I don't know. That's all I can think about right now. But there are some that you guys enjoy and you didn't. I didn't say or anything about. Post in the comments what's your favorite anime, and what are post in the comments what starts you on your anime journey. Like, what was the first anime you watched that caught your eye and that just gave start your addiction for anime? Post in the comments, let me know. I want to talk with you guys. And if there's anything I missed or anything I mispronounced, please let me know, because I am pretty sure there probably was. But thank you guys for watching this video. Thanks for just sitting down and just my new series, Anime Talk, and hopefully you guys catch me in the next episode, and hopefully you got some subjects to talk to. Give me some suggestions in the link in the comments below. Give me some suggestions so we can get this series going for Anime Talk. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, and love you guys. I'm out. Peace.